straight in. Two perfect darts. Just a deflection took it off into the one. But these two good scorers. Oh, Pallett's following him as well. Can't get a lot better than that. Jamie Lewis misses the third dart, but Dave Pallett does not.
Well, I mentioned Pallett getting a 9-darter in the UK Open qualifiers earlier in the year. Would be a great way to kick off his German Darts Masters Challenge. Won't happen this time, though.
100.
Well, he's done the important thing. You know, when you hit a 180, the last thing you want to do is go and just up there and hit 3 bare 20s. He's at least hit the ton to keep the pressure on. But Jamie Lewis is back in there again.
100.
Yes, I gather Jamie Lewis's manager made a bit of a boo-boo with the hotel bookings and has booked him to leave a 9 early as Pallett does hit a 1080. That's his second of this leg. But Jamie says he doesn't mind because the last time his manager did that, he went on to reach the final. That was out in Gibraltar that we saw last summer. So if that's an omen, he doesn't mind not having a hotel room on the final night. Double 16 then for a fantastic opening leg by the young Englishman, and he does so.
Yes, Mike, what a great leg of darts from both players. I mean, that was a 12-darter from Dave Pallett. Lewis has missed the double 10 for a 12 himself, but it is a break of throw. A real stunning start to their game here in Berlin. A long time since I've been here in Berlin. The last time here was about 1991. I don't think the wall had been down long. I'm surprised they let me in.
Yes, a very interesting city historically, and it seems every corner you turn there's either a statue or an amazing building or an art sculpture. They like the art and the sculptures and paintings and art installations around the city. And yes, this German Darts Masters, as I mentioned earlier on, was held in Sindelfingen last year. And Steve Beaton won the title last year. We'll see the Adonis in action tomorrow afternoon, one of the top 16 seeds coming in at the second round stage. He'll play either Dean Winstanley or Steve Douglas. Winstanley and Douglas on stage, one of 8 first round matches this evening in the evening session.
57.
Yes, to those of you who are watching all over the world, the ranking goes by the Pro Tour order of merit and not the world ranking. And when we decided on that, a lot of people were thrown off by that. As Pallett would have been his third maximum. But these are all made up from the Pro Tour, so it was obvious that the Pro Tour order of merit being used. And so that top 16 goes through to tomorrow. 16 games today, and the winners of those will go through to play the seeds tomorrow afternoon and evening.
Yes, that's why it may surprise some people to see Raymond van Barneveld in action this afternoon against Ronnie Baxter.
140.
Someone who they would expect to be one of the seeds, Raymond van Barneveld, but
that's right, Mike. Yeah, Raymond, and I don't think Raymond was too happy about it himself, but it was a case of, you know, if you don't want to play the Pro Tours, then don't complain, I'm afraid. But he's knuckling down. He's played in all the qualifiers, which is great to see him do that. You know, he's starting to get off his proverbial backside, I suppose you can call it, and take the game serious. And with his ability, why shouldn't you?
yes, he was one of those taking part in the qualifiers last night here.
95.
All the boards spread around the auditorium. So Pallett then, another chance to go 2-0 up, making a bit of a meal of it with Lewis ready to pounce. And those first 2 darts lying very awkwardly, but manages to sneak it in there somehow to take a 2-0 lead.
Yes, superb third dart there. He moved to the right because it's very, or a lot easier for a right-handed player to pitch round the right-hand side of darts instead of coming to the left, and you're pitching it outside of your arm, as we call it, a lot harder. Well, there's the averages at the moment. Those doubles in that last leg have cost them a good average. It was up over 100 for both players, and Pallett pushing over the 110, but it just shows you how one leg missed doubles can really bring that average down. So Jamie Lewis now, he's got to take this leg. Cannot afford another breaker throw.
58.
And you mentioned Jamie adjusting his practicing routine. It must be one of those things for a professional dart player. I know different players have different methods, and some will try and find a partner to play with, because it must just get boring standing in your bedroom or your garage or wherever you're going to do your practicing just hour after hour on your own.
Well, me as perhaps now as a pundit and coach, because my son plays, practice on your own. A lot of times you only practice bad habits. So what Jamie's done is, that half an hour, 45 minutes, just to keep the rhythm going. And yes, you've got to find a practice partner of equal standard or just above you, so you're pushed, and someone that you want to beat. I practiced with Kevin Painter in the early days, and we used to go hammer and tongs, and then Colin Lloyd, and it made practicing really enjoyable. You make practice enjoyable, you're going to take an automatic attitude on that stage that's going to carry you forward to being a good professional. And certainly these two young men are on the right road. It points upwards.
Pallett then will be back for Shanghai 120. And Lewis will look to put some pressure on that shot.
96. David, you require 120.
So treble 20, single 20 and double 20. It looks very nice when it comes off.
Well, that's a good guide. That's why double top now for David Pallett, and that's another breaker throw. It leaves Jamie Lewis 3-0, and David Pallett at the moment doesn't look like he's going to miss a lot. First leg, 12 darter, exceptional leg it was. Second leg, he missed a few darts on the double, but still nicked it. And it's interesting that Jamie Lewis had one dart on the double in the first leg, one dart in the second leg. However, he finds himself 3-0 down.
Yes, David Pallett played on the youth tour last year and took part in 6 of these European Tour events. And this year he didn't take part in the first event of the year in Hildesheim, but was in Veldhoven for the Dutch Masters, where he narrowly was beaten by Steve Mace in the first round, 6-5.
Well, that's a better dart from Lewis, that first one, but he's got to follow it up. He'll be disappointed with that, because all these players, when you get a dart that is that perfect in the treble, you automatically think that another one's got to follow. Pallett now over to those 18s and picks off 2 of them. A brilliant switch from David Pallett.
Yes, Pallett with that healthy 3-0 lead in this race to 6, and looking favourite to take on Andy Hamilton tomorrow in the second round. As he bangs in another 1080. That's his third of the match.
David, you require 33.
Well, again, Pallett looking for a 14 or 15 dart leg. Double 8. Double 8 it is. That's 15 darts again for Pallett. That's a second 15 dart leg on the top trot. He's gone 12, 21, 15, 15. And the 21 dart leg was through missed doubles, so his scoring power, he's really up there. And now pressure on Jamie Lewis. And there we have it. Good first dart scoring from David Pallett. Anything from around 110 upwards is brilliant. 95 average, take that every day of the week. But those 3 180s are the telling factor in this scoring game at the moment. And again, a perfect first start. He's followed it up with the second. Can he follow it up with the third? Does exactly that from Jamie Lewis.
Is it too little too late though for Jamie Lewis to bang in that first ton 8? He's got a mountain to climb here, with Pallett needing just 2 more legs, remember. It's the best of 11 legs, these European Tour events, right the way up to and including the final, which will be on Easter Monday evening.
Yes, what Jamie's got to do, Mike, he's just got to try and block out that he's 4-0 down. I know it's very hard, but he's just got to play one leg at a time. You know, win this leg with the throw and think, well, I'll break him and I'm still in this game. He's 2 breaks a throw at the moment down. But just concentrate that one leg, just the one leg you're playing. Don't worry about what's in the future at the moment.
.54, Jamie require 48.
For his first leg on the board, he now needs to adjust for double 8 and gets it in there. So just restoring a little bit of pride, the man from Cardigan in Wales. But Pallett here throwing first to go to within one leg of victory. And a place in round 2. Coming up next we have Peter Rock Hudson against Goldfinger, Andrew Gilding. And that's followed by Raymond van Barneveld up against Ronnie Baxter.
Yes, the cracking match of the afternoon, that Baxter against Barneveld. And of course, Thursday night, Barneveld having another good win. Playing really well in the Premier League this year. Only lost 1 game. Drawn a lot, won a few. He'll be at the O2 for the finals.
$140. $100. $60.
So it does take Pallett down to a finish, albeit a big one. So Lewis will be looking to get a big score here to put some pressure on that big outshot, but just not happening at the moment for him.
No, those first 2 darts were really low.
48.
Sign of tension in the arm, the low darts. So Pallett will think he's going to get 6 darts from 148. Although Lewis is on a check out, it is a big one. But if he gets that first dart sitting up in that treble, he would fancy the second one from there, but he's got to get this dart up. Well, not that far up though.
So Pallett then wanting 52 to go to within 1 leg of victory here at the German Darts Masters. Double 16. Yes, straight in, no messing. He really is playing very well indeed this afternoon, David Pallett. And looking favourite to take on Andy Hamilton tomorrow. And Andy Hamilton will certainly have to be at his very best if Pallett continues this kind of form.
Yes, Mike, a good steady game here from Pallett. And first round matches are always edgy, but he got out of the gate very quick.
100.
The averages, he's just come down to just over the 90, but he's done the damage in those first 4 legs against Lewis. When you're 4-0 down, obviously it's an uphill battle.
140.
And Pallett just got to hold on to his throw, and he knows he's going to walk off the stage and be playing tomorrow. And £250 richer. A nice little £1,250 on your rankings. It really does help, especially when he wants to start, you know, moving up from that around the 64 place. It's a dangerous area to be when you're around the 64, because the 64 players at the end of the year get the guaranteed tour card.
Lewis down to a finish first
140.
in this 7th leg. But it won't happen now. But he will have time to
42.
come back and polish off, with Pallett still back on 201.
But Jamie Lewis opened the gate there. Didn't hit a treble, didn't set it up right. May only get a dart at the bullseye now, although Pallett didn't really punish him for it. Oh, he's going to leave double 12 now to get his second leg on the board. Well, another big pull dart there, really low. Looks like he's going for 19s. Oh, he's going for the bullseye. Well, we was talking about that. David Pallett was in the conversation about the silly ways people go. Well, I have to say, Dave, that's one of those.
Yes, goes his own way. Jamie Lewis is looking for a way out of this, and does so to make it 5-2 in arrears for the Welshman. And Pallett immediately starts off pounding that treble 20 bet again.
Well, if those of you who are wondering why David Pallett went for a 25 or bullseye with the first dart 136, he was looking at bull, double 18 bull.
25.
He just likes to do that now and again. A very confident young man. He wants the bullseye with one dart in his hand. He goes for that bullseye. And he knows how to hit the treble 20 as well. Maximum of the match. And what a time to hit it. 5-2 up. Requiring one more leg to face Andy Hamilton tomorrow afternoon in the German Masters here in Berlin. And he's in there again.
85.
So he's down to that 136 again. And this would be for the match.
I don't think he'll go the 25 route this time. I think we might see the treble 20 or the 19s here.
136.
He does have a bit of time. Lewis still not on an outshot.
100.
So double 18 then, a fantastic performance for the young Englishman, and looking to seal his place in round 2, which he does with a convincing 6-2 win.